Thursday, March 8, 2018. How deep is your love? No limits. Jupiter turns retrograde in your 8th house of intimacy and perma-bonding until July 10th. Time to do a temperature check and see if you're feeling adequate heat in your closest relationships. In some cases, you'll have no control over matters, the animal instincts just aren't there. But if the fires once blazed, Jupiter's retrograde can help you bring a more soulful brand of sexiness back to the equation. Shared finances could use some review. If money is involved, make sure your agreements are spelled out in black and white. This may feel awkward in personal dealings, but it might be the very insurance needed to safeguard a relationship from demise. Thursday, March 8, 2018. Today, no limits. Jupiter turns retrograde in your relationship house until July 10th, helping you assess the give and take in your partnerships. While unions are never always 50-50 propositions, you don't want another person hitching their wagon to your star. Bring back the equanimity in your closest bonds, whether they're romantic, platonic or professional. Encourage others to shine, but remember you can't do the heavy lifting for them. An old flame, perhaps someone you met while traveling or even a childhood sweetheart, could return for a second act. Thursday, March 8, 2018. Give yourself a stress check. Your vitality has been in the hands of expansive Jupiter since last October 10th, which has hopefully brought you stellar health and more focused energy than you've had in years. Work has been busy, and you're in high demand. But be careful, Gemini, when you say yes to too many things, you risk burning yourself out. Until July 10th, Jupiter will be retrograde, helping you review your commitments and cut back a bit on your schedule. The name of the game: do less, but do the things you love. Stress is the enemy now, so leave some white space in your calendar to chill and refresh. Thursday, March 8, 2018. Take a bow, then head backstage. Expansive Jupiter turns retrograde in your 5th house of fame until July 10th. While your star won't dim, think of this 4-month period as rehearsal before the big show. Develop your grand ideas behind the scenes, connect to the right people and practice your lines. If you do this, sometime around your next birthday you'll see your name in even brighter lights. Can't duck out of the limelight? Work with a coach who can help you sharpen your presentation. Try committeedimpulse.com, so that you'll have 'em before hello. Thursday, March 8, 2018. Home sweet home? Expansive Jupiter turns retrograde in Scorpio and your 4th house of domestic affairs. Between now and July 10th, you may need to pay more attention to your family, especially a female relative or parent. Hi Mom. If you've been spending too much time at home, however, cabin fever could strike. Make sure your extracurricular life is as rich as your nesting instincts. This is a time for immense emotional growth, so look inward for new discoveries. Since Jupiter rules education, this is a stellar time for a personal development workshop or an online course you can complete on your own schedule. Thursday, March 8, 2018. Say what? Candid Jupiter turns retrograde in Scorpio and your 3rd house of communication until July 10th. You're seldom at a loss for words, Virgo, but are yours falling on the right ears? This 4-month phase could teach you even more about discrimination. Just because you have something to say doesn't mean you should blurt it out to the nearest warm body. In fact, your message may be better channeled into a podcast, blog or other media project. Reconnect to old friends, especially the ones who live in faraway cities. With nomadic Jupiter in the mix, you could go on an exciting couch surfing tour this winter. Thursday, March 8, 2018. Lock up those credit cards, Libra, and throw away the key. Starting today, Jupiter's going retrograde in your financial zone until July 10th, bad timing for any risky bets. Cancel that trip to Vegas, whip out the Excel spreadsheet, and rework your personal budget. Try to pinch some pennies. You don't really need that Balenciaga jumpsuit, do you? And consider making some interest-earning investments as well. When it comes to shareable items, make sure your friends are Venmoing you for their portion of the bill. But set aside some funds for shopping and entertainment. If you live like a monk, you might be tempted to rebound into a Beyoncé-level spending spree. Also, keep an eye on your email over the next 4 months. A former co-worker may come out of the woodwork with an unexpected opportunity. You might even get to travel for professional purposes. Although that sounds cool, things could quickly go from chic to bleak if you overschedule. Knock out a few conference calls before you go so you have extra time at the hotel pool. Thursday, March 8, 2018. Get ready to enjoy some much-needed downtime. With trailblazing Jupiter in your sign since October 10th, you've been growing at a lightning speed. But as you work to find your inner Oprah, stop for a minute to appreciate how far you've come, and maybe reassess where you're going. Today, Jupiter turns retrograde for 4 months, meaning things are going to slow down for you, Scorpio. But don't worry, that's not a bad thing. Use this time to survey the path ahead, and make sure you're going in the right direction. Take a minute for a behind-the-scenes brainstorm and continue to develop those big-picture ideas. When Jupiter resumes forward motion on July 10th, you can unveil your new vision for all to see. Thursday, March 8, 2018. Give yourself a break, you've earned it. Today, your ruling planet, Jupiter, turns retrograde in your 12th house of healing until July 10th. It's time to finally book that tropical vacation rental, hit the beach and treat yourself to a pina colada, or 3. Even if an island resort isn't in your budget this year, you can still cancel a few items on your packed schedule and enjoy a much-deserved staycation. During this 4-month period, you might also get inspired to explore your spiritual side, maybe even finding a shaman to help you on your journey. When you're truly in touch with yourself, you feel more in sync with the rest of the world. Thursday, March 8, 2018. Today, outgoing Jupiter pivots into its annual retrograde, meaning it's time for the social butterfly to head back into its cocoon. You've made plenty of new friends since Jupiter moved into Scorpio and your social networking house last October 10th. Now it's time to step back and appreciate your OG squad. As your social circles expand, it's important that you don't forget about the people who matter the most. If you're having trouble finding time for everyone, try merging friend groups. Who knows? Maybe everyone will get along. If you're also exploring new collaborations at work, take a minute to slow those down as well. This cosmic cycle is all about simplifying your schedule and your life. Thursday, March 8, 2018. What goals really matter to you, Aquarius? Today, as expansive Jupiter turns retrograde in your career house until July 10th, your workflow could get a little less crazy. Amen to that. If your plate is way too full, delegate some of the more basic tasks. And don't let your inner control freak dissuade you from letting others help you. Just make sure you've chosen competent collaborators, and train them to do things the way you like. Pay attention if an old boss or coworker pops up on your radar. They could be coming to you with an exciting career opportunity. Thursday, March 8, 2018. It's time to organize, Pisces. You've got more going on than Cardi B right now, especially since Brazen Jupiter moved into your 9th house of travel, study and expansion last October 10th. And while it's exciting to grow so quickly, it's also exhausting. Today Jupiter kicks off a 4-month retrograde, which means you're going to have a chance to chill out and plot your next move. Which projects are worth your time, and which are just clogging your schedule. If you're not ready to abandon any of your numerous ventures, at least consider hiring some help. Even if that costs you money in the short term, you're sure to see big long-term gains when the red-spotted planet resumes forward motion on July 10.